Hey everyone, it's David Mendel here with Valley Premier Team at My Home Group. I am sitting here today with Mary Jean, a newer agent on Valley Premier Team, and someone who I know is going to be an absolute rock star in this industry. So first and foremost, Mary Jean, tell us why you got into real estate, why you selected Valley Premier Team to be the company that you've partnered with, and ultimately what it is that you want to accomplish, let's say this year.
Okay. Well, first off, the reason why I got into real estate, I mean, there's lots of different reasons for it, but the big reason is that I eventually want to be able to go and speak to children that don't have parents or are in what is it called?
Foster care.
Foster care, thank you. Go and talk to people that are in foster care and just let them know that just because you come, your life starts out hard doesn't mean that you have to continue that way, that you can be anything that you want to be.
That's amazing. So it sounds like you want to help empower people. You want to gain some success in what you're doing, create a platform where you have a larger voice and really empower people.
Exactly. Basically share my story and let them know that, you know, when you grow up, you can literally be anything you want to be. It doesn't matter what your cards look like when you were little. Just keep striving to be better than who you were the day before and you'll make it.
I love that. That's awesome. So why Valley Premier Team?
Well, you know, but I had
it's all me. It's all me.
Yeah. No, I had a really bad start to my real estate career, and I didn't have the support that I needed, and I came across you. Thank you, John Jensen, by the way.
And another agent on our team.
Yeah. But he introduced me to you, and you just guided me through the process. You made me a part of everything that you did. You basically held my hand and just showed me the right way to do it. And if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be where I am now, and you made it seamless for me.
I appreciate that, but to be completely clear with everyone, success doesn't happen alone, but it does require constant, consistent effort on the part of the one who's striving, and MJ certainly embodies that in everything she does, so good for you.
Thank you.
I want to point out something that I noticed. One of the things that is really important to you, it seems like, is to show kids that had that rough start, that it wasn't right in the beginning, things weren't the way they were supposed to be, and yet there's a better path. There's a way through progression, through striving to find the thing that's really important to you, to do the things that are important to you, right?
Correct.
You just described that at the beginning of your real estate career.
Mm-hmm.
You started out at a place that should have guided you more, that should have held your hand more, because getting into this business is not an easy task. It's a very unique industry. It's one that requires a heart of servitude. It's one that requires a person who wants to benefit other people at the highest level. And at the same time, because of that, it requires the guidance of someone else who's already been able to do that, and to show you how to use your innate abilities to the benefit of others and to grow a business, right?
Correct, yeah.
All right.
If it scares you, do it, is the way that I always like to say it.
Rock star.
You gotta push yourself out of your own comfort zone, and if you can't do that, you're not gonna make it.
I love that. So, comfort zone here, success here. You have to leave your comfort zone to become rock star.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. All right, MJ, so we've been talking about you getting into real estate, and the fact is, it's always difficult to break into a new business. And in fact, I don't think people realize this, real estate is a business that has a higher failure ratio than if you were to open a restaurant for the first time with zero experience. That's, when I heard that, I thought that can't be right, but it is. This is a difficult business to break into. Let me rephrase that. This is a difficult business to break into in any market, but especially around the real estate climate we have right now, where we have an exceedingly low inventory ratio. We have tons of buyers, but they're all struggling. I mean, homes are selling for tens of thousands of dollars over list price, and negotiations have changed. And I want to make the point, negotiations haven't gone away. You've learned that. There is a way that we negotiate on behalf of our buyers and our sellers, but the way that we negotiate, the techniques that we've used, and the techniques we're employing now are different than we have in a traditional market. So with all that in mind, you decided, hey, it'd be a great idea to break into this right about now. So tell me about that decision, and tell me about what it's been like just starting a new business in this real estate climate.
Well, first off, I'll say I'm glad that I came in when I did, because if it's easy for me now, it's going to be even better later. And I'm not saying that it's easy, it's not. But for me, it's like I said earlier, if it doesn't scare you, then don't do it.
Right.
So really for me, I get up every single day, and something that you've installed in me is you keep doing what you did the day before and don't stop. Like, you have to keep going through the process. And I think one thing that's set me apart from the other real estate agents out there right now is that I stay on top of everything. I stay in contact with the real estate agents. I find out their offers and what they're expecting and learn about their clients, and just try and weasel my way in. That way, when we go into negotiations, my name is remembered when my clients' offers come through. So it makes it easier for me, but it's still hard to get those offers accepted too. So
Right. Well, it's no matter what, this is a difficult market, and there are going to be challenges in any market, especially in one that looks like this, especially one that's so non-traditional. As a team lead, it's been wonderful to watch you grow, to see you really come into your own, to develop your own style around the techniques that you've learned, that you've employed. So it seems like one of the things that you do, and I can say you do best, is you work toward creating relationships so that you have great communication with all the parties involved. And that, honestly, it allows you to leverage some of those relationships that you've developed to the benefit of your clients. Is that accurate?
it's very true. And even though I haven't been doing this very long, I've learned that the realtors that you work with today, you're most likely going to end up working with them again. So you might as well give them a good experience, so that when your name comes up on their phone,
Right.
they know that you're a good realtor to work with, and they want to pick your offer over everybody else's.
Absolutely. There's an old saying, there's an 80-20 rule, that 80% of the business is done by 20% of the people. And so it makes sense that when you're dealing with a good agent, when they are genuinely looking out for their clients, you're genuinely looking out for your clients, you're going to come across those people again and again and again. And if you develop those relationships, it's really to the benefit of everyone involved. Your clients, theirs, everyone.
And then on the flip side, if you're doing all of this work for your clients are going to share that information with other people, and you're just going to get the referrals from that too. So
That's awesome, yeah. Okay. So we know what you're doing now. We know what your long-term goal is. So what's next for you? What does the next year bring? What do the next couple of years bring? What is it that you want to accomplish? And what is it that you want to tell everyone that might inspire them to push forward whatever it is that they're trying to do?
Well, if I'm going to go on my greedy side, I'm going to say my goal is to have a Porsche within a year. So
Porsche.
Porsche. Yeah.
You gotta say it right.
Porsche.
Okay.
I'll get there. But my goal is just to be a realtor that when my name is brought up, people are like, that's an outstanding realtor. You want to work with me.
So you're creating a name for yourself.
I am, yes.
Awesome. Okay. What does that do for you?
Gets me referrals. It helps me close more deals for my clients. It gets me new listings. It gives me empowerment.
Awesome. So you want to be empowered.
I do.
Okay. What advice would you give to anyone who's watching this, whether they're considering real estate, whether they're opening their own business, or whether they're leading what we like to to call a normal life with a real job. What is it that you would advise them as far as striving, as far as reaching, as far as going after their dreams? What is it that you would tell them to do?
I would tell them to first make a plan, figure out what you're going to do, stick to the plan, and always keep pushing forward and doing more. And then on top of that, if you're going to be a realtor, come see David. I mean, I'm serious. Like if it wasn't for him, I would not be doing as well as I am now. So.
Thank you. Talk to me about failure, because no one succeeds without falling down. Now, I've learned a long time ago, failure is never finite. It's an important part of the process of succeeding. But talk to me about that.
Well, for me, I don't really look at it as failure. I just look at it as an obstacle that's getting me where I need to be.
Awesome.
So, I mean, if you do, I mean, in the last few months, I've had many bumps in the road, but I don't look at them as a failure. It's just building myself to be better than who I was the day before.
So you either succeed or you learn.
Exactly.
Awesome. Awesome. MJ, I really appreciate you being here. I appreciate you doing this, and more than anything, I appreciate you being part of Valley Premier team. You're an amazing agent. You're an amazing person, and for everyone else out there, thanks for taking the time to check us out. If you ever have questions around real estate or questions around anything, whether it's inspiration, motivation, we'd love to be connected with you. So reach out to us directly, leave a comment below. Either way, have a fantastic day.